What Boscogn taught Guts. Today I'm covering the story of the man that almost killed Guts in fair combat, General Boscogn, the forgotten Tudor general. In the Battle for Daldry Chapter 1, we see Boscogn's face for the first time. This panel tells you much of what you need to know about Boscogn. Fully armored, wide jaw, shaved head, huge figure, stern and focused expression. You can hear the boss music if you look closely. During the meeting with the Midlands generals, we learned that Boscogn has a fearsome reputation as the leader of the Purple Rifle Knights, the mightiest knight of the strongest division of the Tudor army. Boscogn was a force of nature that even Guts couldn't handle without help from the plot. Yet his story ends with him dead, his army defeated, and the reader forgetting his existence by the next few chapters. So where did Boscogn go wrong? To dig deeper, we need to focus on Lord Gennon, the supreme commander of the Tudor forces, and his relationship dynamic with Boscogn. At the end of Chapter 1, Gennon learns that Griffith will be leading Midland's second wave against Daldry. He reminisces about their night together.
Their name is familiar to you by now.
Prompting him to command General Boscogn to capture Griffith alive. Boscogn protests, valuing victory, but Gennon pulls rank and Boscogn seemingly submits to authority. Later, Boscogn meditates as he readies himself for battle and decides to fight to win, disregarding the commands of Gennon and showing respect for an accomplished opposition in Griffith. True warrior mental. He charges into battle and clashes with the Hawks Raiders. He meets Guts for the first time and they have an even exchange. As the Raiders and the Purple Rhino Knights exchange blows, Gennon watches on from a balcony inside of Daldry, taking note of Boscogn's battle strategy. Gennon notices that Boscogn is fighting in a way that would endanger Griffith's life and deduces that he has decided to disobey orders. This prompts him to assume control of the army, obsessed with the idea of capturing Griffith alive. He suits up and takes to the battlefield. The Raiders retreat from the first exchange. Boscogn ponders the Hawks' strange strategy. He has heard of Griffith and recognizes his strength. He doubts that the famed general's strategy to win such an important battle would be to throw 4,000 men at an army of 30,000 and then retreat against a river. He knows that Griffith is smarter than that.
They had to know the consequences of this particular strategy.
Gennon shows up and tells Boscogn to shut up and follow orders. To make matters worse, Gennon commands Boscogn to trap the Hawks against the river and capture Griffith, screaming to his troops that the person who can capture Griffith alive would win a double promotion and any prize of their choosing. Boscogn protests again, reminding Gennon of the importance of military discipline, but again Gennon pulls rank. In this scene we see Boscogn in deep thought. He's in a really tough position here. He knows something is wrong. He knows that the Hawk are trying to lure him in. He understands that they have no reason to chase, as their goal is the defense of Daldry and nothing else. They have all the cards they need to win. Pressured to go against his instincts and experience, he follows Gennon's orders. Side note, I just want to say that Gennon has no known military training. He obtained his position as Supreme Commander through money and politics. Things fall apart from here. The allure of the double promotion draws out the bulk of the forces from Daldry Castle to the battlefield, leaving room for Cascarunner forces to sneak through the dust and capture the base from Aedon on the stragglers. Sounds like a band. Boscogn would later fight Guts, overpowering him and breaking his sword. I love this panel because we get a glimpse of the war demon in Boscogn, the depraved smile that encapsulates his love for battle, much like the one that Guts flashes from time to time. Alas, before he could land the final blow on Guts, he would get snuck by Zod, ending in a narrow but brutal defeat. So what is there to learn here? We can all relate to being told to do something that doesn't make sense by a boss or parental figure, often submitting out of respect for age, experience, and rank, even if we know they are wrong. But most of the time, the misguidance comes from a good place, meaning you're both looking to fulfill the same purpose, make the customer happy, cook a tasty meal, etc. But what happens when you scale up the stakes and misalign the goals? In this case, you lead your men into what you know is a trap, by the commands of a superior blinded by lust, resulting in the loss of the battle, a key military position, and the death of you and your men. The consequences of a bad decision scale relative to the amount of responsibility you hold. And as you build up responsibility, one bad decision can be enough to lose your life and destroy your legacy. Boscogn's story quenches my curiosity in regards to what would have happened if Guts stuck with the Hawk and pursued a military career. Given enough time, he would eventually get ordered to do something stupid by the rich moron that pays his bills, and lose his life to a stronger, younger foe. Boscogn is a glimpse at what Guts would have had in store for him if he continued his path in the military. At this time, Guts was already set on leaving the Hawk. Boscogn teaches us about the nature of the battlefield. You do not fight for yourself. You are at the mercy of the people that pay your wages. Boscogn lost his life and legacy to Griffith in one fell swoop, not only because he decided to go against his better judgment and obey his authority, but because he chose to play a game that allowed rich players to make the rules he followed. Boscogn's story affirmed Guts' decision. Guts did the right thing by leaving Griffith. Like and subscribe for more content. Peace.